Hey, Waylon from the Zombie Stars, and it's been a while since we've done a This Week in Comics, so we have been reading a bunch of stuff, but these are some of the best titles that I think I've been reading this week. Check these out. This week we caught up with I Hate This Place from Image Comics. This is cover for issue number 3. Really love this cover. Issue number 4. And we're up all the way to issue number 5, and this is probably my favorite covers of the first 5 issues. Issue 5 kind of brings an arc to this story, kind of its first story arc, to a conclusion, but we'll continue this series. This has been a lot of fun to read for a lot of reasons. Really entertaining main characters, Gabby and Trudy, inherit the most haunted and dreadful ranch that you could ever consider. It is the ranch of the haunted. There are zombies, there are monsters, there are aliens, there are maniacs and serial killers, everything under the sun for I Hate This Place, which has really been just a one-stop shop for any kind of horror fan. Aside from the blood and guts, it's a really dramatic telling of survival, what it really means to defend your home and what you would do or how far you would go for someone that you love. Artistically, for 5 issues, I Hate This Place has been deliberately manic, really giving over-the-top type of presentations, really making the characters really dramatic looking, which is really appropriate for the material and the pacing of this story. Where it can beautifully capture kind of the calm nature of the ranch, but as soon as catastrophe strikes, the artwork is really good at delivering a very manic and a very depraved environment that these characters have to survive in. As I mentioned, issue 5 brings the first story arc of this title to a close, really dramatic conclusion, but while it does answer some questions about the many mysteries revolving around this ranch, it also leaves so many unanswered, which is a really good way to kind of just continue on and expanding on a very unique story like I Hate This Place. Very sad to say that Nottingham has come to an end. This is the amazing covers. Nottingham has just been really something special for me, coming from, this is Mad Cave Comics, and something really unique and something that I wasn't really expecting from an more independent title like Nottingham. But this is the cover for issue, I believe this is issue 7, sorry. This is issue 8, and this is issue number 9. And of course, very sadly, it does come to an end with issue number 10. For an independent, lesser-known publisher like Mad Cave Comics, this is really one of my favorite titles that they're publishing. An absolute reshaping and retelling of the story of Robin Hood, with a focus on the sheriff of Nottingham. Each and every character really has a completely different take on them, a completely different spin on the story of Robin Hood. Really, Nottingham is Robin Hood like you have never seen before. Robin Hood being portrayed as a maniacal, bloodthirsty serial killer. The Sheriff of Nottingham being portrayed as a by-the-book sheriff, but also a very spiritually tormented individual, having experienced the very bloody and deadly conflict during the Crusades of the time period. And even characters like Maid Marian, the Merry Men, Big John, and even King Richard, all classic characters of the tale of Robin Hood, all taking very different roles in the story of Nottingham. So many twists and turns in narratives. You never really know who is truly honest, who is truly loyal, or has honor until the very end of the story. Very bloody and very graphic. Nottingham is really good at capturing the swordplay and kind of the violent nature of combat in the late 11, early 1200s. From the castles of Nottingham to venues such as Italy and France, and even capturing moments of the Holy Land. The artwork of Nottingham is absolutely beautiful and gorgeously captures this time period in this really dramatic retelling of Robin Hood. For anyone who loves kind of plays on history or any type of dramatic spins on classic tales, Nottingham is really going to be for you. For a lot of reasons, this is going to be a really hard recommendation. It has come to an end from 10 issues. There will probably be some kind of compendium or some kind of collection of Nottingham, but if you run into this at your local shop or anywhere, I highly recommend you pick this up. Nottingham is awesome. I've been wanting to talk about Predator from Marvel Comic Books for some time now. This is the cover for issue number 1. This is by Ed Bryson, Kev Walker, and Frank D. Armada. This genuinely surprised me, and I'm really enjoying Predator for Marvel Comic Books. Immediately we're introduced to main character Theta, who has a very traumatic past with predators and is kind of on a revenge mission to find the predator that obliterated her family. One thing I loved about Predator is how it kind of flips the narrative on its head, where you usually see predators as the main hunters. Here you see main character Theta become a real threat to predators as she is kind of scouring the galaxy, looking for predators and hunting them wherever she can. I think, like its alien counterpart from Marvel comic books, Predator does a really good job of using large panels and really large landscapes to kind of bring scope to the story. Artistically, it is just absolutely beautiful, very cinematic, as it would be, to kind of pay homage to the source material for its films, and does a really good job of being a sincere extension. Same with the Alien comic book, a sincere extension of its source material. This is a really good book. If you're a Predator fan, this is actually a lot of fun to read. And this is issue number 2. We only picked up standard covers, but amazing cover art for this, and we only picked up the standard covers. But really loving Predator from Marvel Comics, was honestly surprised by this. This is really good. And that'll be it for this week in comics. These are some of the titles we've been reading. We're going to continue trying to catch up with weekly releases. That never gets done. But let me know what you guys have been reading. Let me know what you guys think of these titles if you are reading them. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.